Hello, everyone. Today I will be going over my senior capstone proposal presentation on how small businesses can leverage social media to target audiences effectively. My name is Cheyane Young, and I go by Che. I completed my Associates of Arts degree from Windward Community College back in winter of 2015 and transferred to University of Hawaii West Oahu in the fall of 2016 to study sustainable community food systems for a year. But due to unforeseen events, I took time off to focus on my family. During the pandemic, I dove back into my creative side by documenting my life through video, which sparked my interest in pursuing an online degree in general creative media at University of Hawaii West Oahu. And I plan on graduating next semester. And no, just lost my notes, sorry. Okay. My presentation will consist of the following 4 steps. I will be going over my senior capstone practicum plan that consists of an internship proposal. Then I will state my thesis and objective rationale of the research conducted on how small businesses can leverage social media to target audiences effectively. Lastly, I will address the significance of my internship proposal with the research that I've conducted. My thesis statement looks at today's digital age and how small businesses can significantly enhance their marketing strategies by strategically leveraging social media platforms to effectively target and engage their desired audience, leading to increased brand visibility and customer engagement for the intent of business growth. The objective rationale for the research I conducted is based on my senior practicum goal to intern as a social media manager for an in-person or remote small business. In order to do so, I wanted to develop an internship proposal that includes 3 steps: pre-production, production, and post-production that I can utilize to market and grow a small business on social media. During my research for my internship proposal, I found that there was limited scholarly articles that connected to the many reports and books that I covered. As far as social media trends and marketing approaches. To explore the social media techniques and tools learned in real time, I conducted a 12-week data analysis of a small business called Honolulu Cookie Company, where I measured their engagement and social media effectiveness. Based on the research conducted, I was able to gain an overview of how small businesses can leverage social media to target their audience effectively. The first area that I explored through my research is our digital age, which acknowledges the demographic differences among social media users, such as gender, race, income, and education. These differences are shown in data collected from a 2021 Pew study and 2023 DWI report that measured social media usage and platform preferences, which plays a big role in marketing strategies. The second objective of my research is small business opportunity that highlights the potential for small businesses to compete and succeed on social media platforms. Another key point is strategic social media utilization. So small businesses can utilize social media strategically to target their audience and reach marketing goals through features embedded into social media platforms. Effective audience targeting is another key area that focuses on reaching the right audience versus everyone, indicating that success is not about having a social media presence, but creating a engaged community. The last point is brand identity reinforcement that implements social media strategies to strengthen a brand's identity, such as their unique qualities, personality, purpose, and tone of voice that aligns with their target audience. Based on the research conducted, I plan to deliver a practicum at the end of the capstone semester. This direction appropriates for the research that I conducted, so I can implement an internship proposal for a small business that utilizes social media during the production stages, pre-production, production, and post-production. Next, I will go over the significance of my research and my internship proposal. Based on the research conducted, social media can be used to define a unique brand identity, which small businesses can use to narrow down their target audience. For example, author The Social Guru defines a brand as how a group of people perceive a product, service, or organization. Users can determine if a brand's image and purpose aligns with their needs. Future implications include online competitors, so there is a need to diversify a brand's identity. Small businesses can target their audience effectively when they have an established online brand identity. For example, effective targeted ads can be created to reach a target audience. According to Social Media Guru, 3 areas to consider when setting up Facebook ads are demographics of a target audience, gender, age, location, engaging images, or a straightforward description. Small businesses can input certain demographics and interests of their target audience into the Facebook ad platform to find their target population. Staying up to date is also important when looking at demographic differences amongst user behavior, trends, and social media preference and usage. Monitoring social media trends that ties in with your target audience is also important when determining what social media sites to use. An example of behavior changes amongst users are the amount of time spent on social media and platform preference. Building an engaged community also ties in with a strong brand identity, which results in customer brand loyalty and enhanced customer service. Secondly, engagement is another significant area that can be measured on Instagram and Facebook to learn about a target audience's behavior and connection with consumers or customers. According to Sashi's 7 levels of engagement, social media can be used to measure connection, interaction, satisfaction, retention, commitment, advocacy, and engagement. As for future implication, social media platforms, specifically Instagram and Facebook, can be used to communicate with consumers, form relationships between marketers and consumers, measure customer satisfaction through comments to determine consumer reactions and behavior changes, customer retention through customer satisfaction, loyalty, and trust, and consumer interaction and sharing positive experiences. Engagement metrics is also vital for conducting a data analysis over a certain period of time. During a data analysis that I conducted over a 12-week period, weekly data was collected from a small business called Honolulu Cookie Company by measuring engagement through likes, comments, shares, and followers. The 2 social media platforms that I looked at were Facebook and Instagram to determine any correlation between engagement and a brand's identity and content. Key findings from this data analysis include the following. The comment section includes customer needs such as product preferences, requested pop-up shop locations. Honolulu Cookie Company uploaded similar content to their Instagram and Facebook platforms. However, more users were sharing content on Facebook. Amount of posts per day affects the level of engagement through likes, comments, and shares. The follower account on Instagram and Facebook can determine audience reach. However, the amount of followers on their Instagram account varies from their Facebook account. For my data, I created 2 line charts. This first line chart is based on Honolulu Cookie Company's engagement on their Facebook account. Weekly data was collected over a 12-week period from January 7th to April 7th. There is a correlation between average posts per day and the level of engagement. When Honolulu Cookie Company increased their average posts per day on their Facebook page, their engagement rose. For example, in week 9, from March 4th to 10th, Honolulu Cookie Company increased their posting to once per day as compared to posting every other day, which caused an increase in likes, comments, and shares. The line chart on the right confirms that the average amount of posts per day has an impact on the weekly engagement. In addition, more posts are being shared on Facebook as compared to their Instagram platform. The second line chart is based on Honolulu Cookie Company's engagement on their Instagram account. Weekly data was also collected over a 12-week period from January 7th to April 7th. Again, there is a correlation between average posts per day and the level of engagement. When Honolulu Cookie Company's average posts per day rose on their Instagram page, so did their engagement and likes, comments. Based on the data collected from Honolulu Cookie Company's Instagram account, no posts were shared on this platform as compared to their Facebook account. The target audience of my research is small businesses who would like to expand or implement social media strategies into their marketing plan to build their brand, reach their target audience, and grow their online presence. These small businesses that I intend to work for can be in person or remote. My proposed solution is to help small businesses grow on social media, specifically on the Facebook and Instagram platform, by utilizing social media tools and techniques to market a brand's identity that aligns with their target audience. Through the marketing tools embedded into social media platforms such as Facebook or Instagram, small businesses can effectively target ads according to their target audience or measure engagement through number of likes, shares, comments, or views. Small businesses can use these tools and accessible user data integrated into social media platforms to target future marketing plans. Since I plan to do an internship in social media management, I would like to implement the following steps when using social media to market a small business. Since I have not landed an internship in social media management yet, I have been utilizing these tools in a social media manager role at a high school church ministry that I volunteer at. Based on my current volunteer services, I have been able to successfully apply the marketing strategies gained during my research to my volunteer experience. The first step to utilizing social media in a business setting is pre-production, which is a 6-week process that includes researching the intended market on Instagram and Facebook to understand the target audience of the business that I'm working with. This step will consist of a data analysis that measures engagement through likes, shares, comments, followers on their Instagram and Facebook platform, and conducting interviews to gather information on customer or user preference, demographics, or behaviors. The second pre-production step includes working with the company to identify their brand's identity, such as purpose, values, and personality, to see how it aligns with their target audience. This will be used to determine the content creation and marketing strategies on social media. The third step is to create a content strategy for Instagram and Facebook that represents the brand's identity, which aligns with the target audience. Then I will plan out the platforms to use and type of content such as stories, posts, reels that I will make and how to engage with the audience. The second step is production. That is a 6-week long process that consists of creating content for Facebook and Instagram according to the defined content strategy. This includes visually appealing images or videos of the company, such as events, history, feedback, employee highlights, products, or services. Next, ads will need to be implemented on Instagram or Facebook to create a targeted ad campaign. Audience can be filtered by demographics, interests, behaviors, and location to adequately target the right audience. Lastly, a data analysis will be conducted to measure engagement metrics such as likes, shares, comments, views, and followers. The data gathered will provide insight into audience preference. The post-production stage is about a 2-week long process that includes analyzing the data gathered during the data analysis on engagement to determine the effectiveness of marketing strategies. Customer satisfaction will be measured by engagement metrics and customer feedback. The current marketing strategy will need to be reevaluated after reviewing the results from the data analysis to determine if changes need to be made to content, branding, ads, or message to target audience. For my deliverable, I will propose an internship proposal to a small business that I intend to intern at. The purpose of this internship is to utilize social media in a small business setting by implementing a social media marketing strategy that includes the 3 production stages that I previously mentioned. So again, the first stage included is pre-production. It's a 6-week long process. I will research the market to understand the target audience through data analysis, interviews, surveys. I would define the brand's identity and then create a content strategy to determine what platforms to use and when to post. In the production stage, the content strategy will be implemented and an ad campaign will be created. Data analysis will also be conducted weekly to measure engagement through likes, comments, shares, views, and followers. As for the post-production stage, data analysis will be reviewed and analyzed to determine the effectiveness of current marketing strategy. Results will be used to lastly, a detailed report will be compiled together that provides insight and knowledge of the impact of social media marketing. And that completes my senior practicum proposal presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope I provided some insight and knowledge on how I plan to execute my internship proposal for my senior practicum.